I wish you all a warm welcome to this edition number 15 of our Microfinance Lunch Break. An initiative that we started in 2009 with, let's say, a clear aim to raise the awareness of microfinance and microinsurance in the economic circles here in Belgium, in the financial circles. And so today we are here again with a new and undoubtedly fascinating subject: smallholder farming, shaping a viable future. Today we have our 15th edition and we are very happy. We have more than 200 attendees. We started with some 40 ones, now we are at 200. So it's very encouraging and it proves that there is a necessity to do that and to continue to do these microfinance lunch breaks. I am now very happy to give the floor to Professor Agarwal. Please, the floor is yours.
I'm really honored and pleased to be here today. So I will focus the title you have, Smallholder Farming, Shaping a Viable Future. We need to find ways by which they can increase their productivity, move out of poverty, and become sustainable and viable. And one important way by which this could happen is if they were able to form groups and pool their resources to do group farming. Now today, this group approach in financial inclusion has become, of course, we know, has become a signature feature of microfinance. One of my messages is that we need to rethink the way we farm in order that it's much more ecologically sustainable, that it conserves soils and water, but is also more economically viable. One of the biggest crises today is that of groundwater. Now, South Asia accounts for 48% of groundwater used for irrigation globally. And this is falling rapidly. The farmer of the future will be women, will be youth. And we find that globally, an increasing proportion of farmers are women. And so we get what I term the feminization of agriculture. We have to reorient our ways by which we deliver information, inputs, technology, or create access to markets, which recognize the particular constraints that women farmers face. How about the idea of what I term fully integrated cooperation, which is that you pool your land, your labor, and your capital, and you do group farming. Microfinance is important in two ways. Firstly, finance is extremely important in order to get access to any inputs. We need to rethink how we produce, what we produce, and the institutions through which we produce. The institutional form in which microfinance is being increasingly delivered, which is through small groups, localized groups, I think that institutional form gives it stability. I believe if we could move in this direction, I'm also hopeful that we would have less discontented farmers. Indeed, we might have happier farmers. I think if we're all thinking together, we've innovated for thousands of years and human beings have moved forward. So I'm always optimistic that where there's a problem, people will be able to find solutions.
I think it's been a fantastic showing. I mean, to see the diversity of the people showing up. If you're then inspired by by a great speaker who has strong views on a number of topics that are dear to us who are working in the field, I think that's fantastic.
Even I'm daily busy with this, confronted with these topics. It always gives a fresh, let's say, fresh thought and fresh new ideas. It refreshes, let's say.
I was never ever focusing before very much on agricultural microfinance, but I think this is a tremendous field and there needs to be done a lot.
Well, she focused a lot on smallholders, and I think we should do that. We should try to do that more as the Belgian Development Bank. They are kind of the future. We shouldn't always invest in these big plantations of big companies. Try to help where it's needed.